Hi guys, welcome to the top 20 most influential people in world history. This is part 1 of the series because I've put so much detail in it that it's probably going to be more interesting to split into 2 parts. So yeah, I've ordered these on, while I was gathering information, I watched other YouTube videos relating to this topic, and I sort of ordered them according to how often each person came up in the different videos, but also my own personal opinion as well. So, yeah. Number 20, Abraham Lincoln. He was the 16th President of the United States of America, or the USA. He led the country through its civil war, the bloodiest war and the greatest moral, constitutional and political crisis. In doing so, he preserved the Union, abolished slavery, strengthening the federal government and modernising the economy. So, he only really changed the USA, which is why he's not higher up in the list. Whereas some of the other people that we'll be mentioning changed more than just their country. So, yeah, Abraham Lincoln. Next, William Shakespeare. Again, changed only his country. He was an English poet, playwright and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He created many English words and phrases. I'm sure many of you will be familiar with them, so I haven't listed them. But Wild Goose Chase and stuff like that are Shakespeare's. So everyday phrases, most of them will probably be from William Shakespeare. Next, Alexander the Great. Alexander of Macedon succeeded his father, Philip II, to the throne at the age of 20. He spent most of his ruling years on an unprecedented military campaign through Asia and Northeast Africa. Until the age of 30, he had created one of the largest empires of the ancient world, stretching from Greece to Egypt and to present-day Pakistan. He was undefeated in battle and is considered one of history's most successful military commanders. And he would have gone further, but his army refused to fight because they thought he was too ambitious. So yeah, that's a fact for you. 17. Aristotle. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher and scientist born in the Macedonian city of Stagirus in 384 BC. At 18, he joined Plato's academy in Athens and remained there until the age of 37. His writings cover many subjects, including physics, biology, zoology, metaphysics, logic, ethics, aesthetics, poetry, theatre, music, rhetoric, linguistics, politics, and government, and constitute the first comprehensive system of Western philosophy. So basically, he was a really clever guy, and he wrote loads of really interesting stuff that help modern day people. Shortly after Plato died, Aristotle left Athens and, at the request of Philip of Macedon, tutored Alexander the Great, another famous person, which I've just mentioned actually. So, yeah, he's a good guy. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, Aristotle was the first genuine scientist in history, and every scientist is in his debt. And that pretty much sums him up. The greatest scientist ever to ever live, really. Next, Confucius. You've probably never heard of him. Confucius was a Chinese teacher, editor, politician, and philosopher of the spring and autumn period of Chinese history. I doubt very many of you are into Chinese history, so that probably means nothing to you. The philosophy of Confucius emphasized personal and governmental morality, correctness of social relationships, justice, and sincerity. His followers competed successfully with many other schools during the Hundred Schools of Thought era, only to be suppressed in favour by the legalists during the Qin dynasty. Following the victory of Han over Chu after the collapse of Qin, Confucius' thoughts received official sanctation and were further developed into a system known as Confucianism. So, he's, again, a really interesting person, but he's like a teacher, really. He's the only teacher on this list. So, don't think teachers are boring, because they can be like Confucius. Johannes Gutenberg, probably another person that you haven't heard of. Johannes Gutenflesch Laden zum Gutenberg was a German blacksmith, goldsmith, printer and publisher. So he was really into creating things out of metal and paper. He introduced printing to Europe. His invention of mechanical movable type printing started the printing revolution and is widely regarded as the most important event of the modern period. He discovered the the printing press. He's credited for that. It played a key role in the development of the Renaissance, Reformation, and the Age of Enlightenment and the Scientific Revolution. He laid the material basis for the modern knowledge-based economy and the spread of learning to the masses. So he's a very essential person to modern day science, even though he lived in 1398 to 1468, so yeah. Next, George Washington. George Washington was the first President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War, and one of the founding fathers of the United States. He presided over the convention that drafted the United States Constitution, which replaced the Articles of Confederation and remains the supreme law of the land. So he was an interesting person, but like Abraham Lincoln, he only really changed his country. But he did make a load of really useful laws, and he led a really good army. So he was a good all-rounder. So yeah. Next, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Kamchand Gandhi was the prominent leader of Indian independence movement in British-ruled India. Employing non-violent civil disobedience, Gandhi led India to independence and inspired movements for civil rights and self-determination across the world. That just says it all, doesn't it? So, yeah, that's speak to yourself, really. Martin Luther King. No doubt a lot of people have heard of him. Martin Luther King Jr. was an American pastor, activist, humanitarian and leader of the African-American civil rights movement. He is best known for his role in the advancement of civil rights using non-violent civil disobedience based on his Christian beliefs. He believed that black and white people in America should be equal. This famous belief triggered his I Have a Dream speech, which, if you want to listen, you can probably search on YouTube. Yeah. And the final one in the first part, Kai Lun, another person that you've probably never heard of, but might be thankful for. He was a Chinese eunuch and political official. He is traditionally regarded as the inventor of paper and the paper-making progress in forms recognisable in modern times as paper. But, yeah, as opposed to papyrus. Which isn't used. Although many forms of paper had existed in China since the 2nd century BC, the hundreds, he was responsible for the first significant improvement and standardization of paper making by adding essential new materials into its composition. And I don't think the paper reached Europe till a bit later than that, but I don't know. So, yeah, that's the first part. Do you agree with my list so far? There are a lot of really good people coming up in the next part. So, if you like the series, do like, and yeah. So, thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I do a lot of history based stuff as well as gaming. So yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.